Hey guys, Rob here, and I want to introduce you to a new program that I just am putting together, and I'm going to launch in January. And I want to tell you all about it, and maybe invite you to be part of it. Okay, it's going to be called the Man of Options Mentoring Program. It's a case study group. So this is the program that was formerly called the Alpha Man Blueprint. We're renaming it to the Man of Options, and this program focuses on helping professional Christian men, businessmen, executives, entrepreneurs, etc., who are single and may want to be in a plural marriage, find and keep a high value Christian woman for life. So, this is a course only for men who believe in biblical gender roles and who may want to exercise their biblical right. And I say may because after you marry that first one, you may never choose to do it. That will be up to you. But that's why I say may. Okay, second, be the kind of man that excites the attention and admiration of traditional women who will submit to your authority and follow you. Okay. So women that are going to follow your lead. Now, I've had a lot of men say to me, man, if you're going to, since I started talking about polygyny at least, you're going to have to go overseas to find that. There's no good women in the West. And that to me is victim mentality. People use that as an excuse not to level up. You actually have to have an abundance mentality if you're going to do this. And I want to help you with that. There are plenty of women out there. There's actually a very high imbalance of Christian women to men right now. So, guys, you actually have it in your favor. But you have to level up and you have to see yourself as high value. You have to tap into your masculine energy and you have to exude the confidence that a woman would look at you and say yes to you, even knowing your stance on this. But no woman is going to say yes to marrying a beta man who tells her that he may want a second wife and that it's his biblical right to exercise at some point. So some of y'all might know that in my former life, before I was a Christian and when I was backslidden, I was very successful with women. Okay. I slept with hundreds of women. And I don't say that to brag because what I'm going to talk about this course is not for that at all. It's the opposite of that. But most women, if they sleep with you, they want to be in a relationship with you. So the same tactics or principles that I use to get women physical are not undifferent than getting a woman to want to date and marry you. But again, most men right now can't even be in a monogamous relationship. The 80-20 thing I talk about, the majority of men are pushed out of the sexual marketplace. And I want to help those bottom 80% of men get into the top 20%. But not only that, but teach you how to be the kind of man that could be in a plural marriage, to find a woman that would be in a plural marriage with you, whether you decide to do it or not. I believe just by taking that stand alone, it creates the polarity that would give you a successful marriage because it does subjugate the woman to the man. And that's not a bad thing because that's biblical. But there's a reason why the divorce rate is as high as it is under our monogamy only model. And that 80% of the women, the people that are falling for divorce are the women, not the men. So there's a reason for all that. And I believe this fixes that, which is why I wanted to do this program. Okay, third, we're going to be using social media and dating apps to attract and innocently approach. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing in experts to help with this. Guys like Trip Advice, who's very big in the PUA world, the pickup artist world. And he's got about 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And he's going to come in and talk about the psychology behind talking with women. We're going to have different specialists come in. I'm going to be teaching every week. There's going to be lives and there's going to be assessments and assignments, homework for you to do in between each of these lives. And this is going to be a very effective way to meet and talk to women online. And it will guarantee you zero rejection. Okay. So number 4, everyone's going to be aligned toward the same goal, which is to obtain a long-term patriarchal relationship with the possibility of a plural marriage. So no one looking for one-night stands or casual sex allowed. We want men who are looking for wives, okay, or at least their first wife with the possibility of taking a second. Okay, point number 5, should I say, is going to be run by me and other experts. So again, I'm going to be very involved. We're going to be doing lots of lives in the group. You'll be in a private Facebook group. We're going to be using another platform called School where we'll be posting the homework assignments. But that kind of leads to point number 6, which the focus of this is going to be heavily on implementation and collaboration. Okay, not long, boring content. So if you just want to watch a bunch of videos and not get out there and do anything, then this is not the program for you because there is going to be assignments attached to each week. Yeah, everything will be recorded. Attend as many of the lives, obviously, as you can. But if you can't catch the lives, you'll be able to watch the replays. But we're going to give you the exact and the most important steps that you need to take with the assignments every week. And it'll be up to you to take action. Okay, point number 7. Community and accountability will play a big part. So this is going to feel like you're hanging out with a group of friends, but with real female results. So you're going to have camaraderie. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to develop lifelong bonds with the guys in your squad. And I can imagine that I and the other guys in the group are going to be attending each other's weddings in the future. And again, everybody's on the same path. Everyone's aligned towards the same goals. Okay. And that's gonna really create the accountability in the communities, because everybody's going to be there to obtain a long-term patriarchal relationship with the possibility of a plural marriage in the future. Okay, so how's it work? All right, let me scroll down a little bit, make sure you're following with me. Week number 1 is going to be all about mindset, mission, goals, and God's plan for your life. So being alpha is almost all mindset. Okay, it's about how you see yourself and the confidence that you exude. So if you don't feel like you're a catch, she's not going to feel that way either. Okay. And it's not fake it till you make it. It's about knowing that you're a catch and that a woman would be lucky to snag you. Okay. Not the other way around. So a big part of that is going to be about getting clear on your why. Okay. You have to be putting the dent in the universe, guys. Like nothing is less attracted to a woman than a man who doesn't know his purpose and who has low ambition. So I want to help you find that. I want to help you discover your God-given purpose. And then I want to help you reverse engineer a plan so that you can accomplish it, so that you have the confidence to go out and take positive action on it throughout the entire program. So there's going to be exercises, assignments, and assessments that outline all of this stuff. Okay. That's going to be week number 1. All right. Week number 2 is going to be all about headship and hierarchy in marriage. So in this lesson, we're going to be looking at what the Bible, not what you've been told or taught in church, has to say about marriage and family structure and why it matters. So the collapse of the family structure and the rise of radical feminism has led to the moral decay we are seeing all around us, which is why the enemy fights it so hard. So we need to start there and lay a good foundation. So I'm going to have guys like Pete Rambo and Bible Marriages come in, maybe even biblical gender roles. I was thinking about inviting him. But this false monogamy only doctrine that we've been taught in most churches, it actually props up feminism. Okay. And that teaches women not to look at marriage properly. There's this side by side view of marriage, and where it's actually supposed to be more of a top down authority. And that again creates that healthy polarity and sets you up for success. So we're going to do that week number 2. Week number 3 is going to be all about embodied masculinity and female attraction module. So that's going to be all about being the kind of man that women are not only wildly attracted to, but who receive the admiration and loyalty from her for life. So part of that's going to be getting into the best shape of your life and building a physique that women love. So research has proven that women are attracted to men who are more muscular, stronger, and leaner than men who are smaller, weaker, and fatter. Research is also shows that to maximize your attractiveness to women, guys need to gain muscle and they need to reduce their body fat somewhere in the 8 to 12% body fat range. So we're going to take pics. We're going to get measurements taken of your arms, your chest, your waist, your body fat. We're going to post them in the platform school that we're using, and that's going to create accountability. And we're going to do this every month. All right. And I'll be sharing my best workout tips and diet tips, meal preps, recipes, all that. Some of you know that I used to compete in bodybuilding in my early 20s. So I've learned a lot about how to get in great shape and how to stay, lean and muscular. So that's going to be week number 3. Week number 4 is going to be all about exciting sexual polarity through traditional gender roles. So this is about setting the stage and in a masculine frame so that she never loses respect for you in the relationship. So I'm also going to be teaching high performance habits during week 4. That'll be things like helping you get your morning routine down, time management, things like that. Okay. That'll be week number 4. Week number 5, we're going to talk about introducing you to the world. So this is either in real life, dating apps, or on social media. We're going to help you get your look down. We're going to help you set up your dating profiles and your social media profiles just right. And then we're going to teach you what to look for, where to find women, and what to post, and how to put yourself out there. Week number 6 is going to be about selecting, qualifying, and approaching on social media and dating apps. So we're going to show you how to qualify women that you want to approach, as well as how to approach in the most low friction way possible. So we'll be focusing mainly on using dating apps and social media, but this is 100% translated into real life too. And a lot of this will be about teaching you how to carry yourself. Okay. That's week number 6. Week number 7 is going to be about deep vetting and deliberate dating. So this is when you finally do find the woman that you're going on dates with and you really like each other. Now the work will need to be done to establish frames so that you can keep her attention and so that you can really discover if she's a wife-worthy woman. So this will be about deep vetting, and we're going to show you exactly how to do that. Week 8 is all about escalating your relationship like an alpha male. So one of the biggest failures that most men make in relationships is not having a plan. They have no vision for where the relationship is going, and they don't know what it's going to look like when it gets there. So you need to have a very clear vision, and you need to communicate that vision in a compelling way with your woman. So we're going to talk all about escalating like an alpha male, someone who's in charge. Let me scroll down here a little bit. Okay. Week number 9 is going to be all about being the leader that she needs and desires. So too many men are hot off the starting blocks, right in the relationship, right off like in the beginning, but they quickly lose steam and they revert to their old beta male behaviors once they get the girl. So we're going to help you avoid that. Week number 10 is all about maintaining your frame and never falling into effeminacy again. So we're going to talk about maintaining attraction so that if and when you do decide that you want a second or third wife, you don't lose the first, or any of them for that matter. Because again, 80% of the divorces are being initiated by women. So it's easy to blame women. But the fact is that even the best looking, wealthiest men fail to maintain attraction in their long term relationships, thus losing the fire of desire in their women. Think about guys like Steve Harvey. Okay. Y'all heard that story probably. There's a simple way to avoid this if you know what to do. So those are all the lessons that we're going to be going through. A big part of this is going to be the community. We're going to be using school. We're all going to be posting our assignments in there, cheering each other on, and there's going to be a lot of collaboration with all the members. This will really be about helping each other out. Now, I have a guarantee that I'm offering, and the guarantee is this: is I will work with every man until they are in their first marriage with a woman who is on board for him taking a second wife, if he so chooses, with the agreement on her part that she can't divorce him if he does. Whether that man does it or not will be up to him at that point, but she will know it's his biblical right and she will still marry him. These are the only men I want to work with, men who want to get married, expressing that this is their biblical right and that the woman knows it, whether they ever do it or not. Okay, so we're going to have the weekly live sessions throughout the week with the instructions that I mentioned earlier. We're going to have hot seats where you come in and we'll be able to work with you specifically and answer like very specific questions and give you advice. We're going to have weekly check-ins and mindset calls. Again, this is going to be very hands-on. It's going to be an amazing program, guys. I think you guys are going to get a lot out of it. Instead of just doing a bunch of videos about this, I think a mastermind is going to be much more effective. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your results. I'm a big proponent of marriage, and I'm passionate about helping men who have no options, who are in that bottom 80%, level up and become men of options. Yeah, that's why I named it that. So I want to see this work for you guys. I haven't seen anyone else teaching this. I don't know that there's any other courses like this one specifically, especially as it relates to plural marriage. Not teaching people how to get women, not teaching men how to get women, because there are a lot of people doing that, but teaching men how to be the kind of man who could have multiple wives biblically if he so chooses. I understand this stuff. I've applied much of it my whole life. When I wanted to do well with women in my life, they were never a problem for me. I've always had women in abundance, and they tolerated very bad behavior on my part and still stayed with me. And it devastated them when I finally did break up with them, in all honesty. And right now I have a kind of a long distance relationship with a Dutch girl, and she knows my stance on this, and she's still very much in love with me and not going anywhere. And I want to see the same thing happen for you guys so that we can normalize this some. The more men that are out there doing this, the more the stigma will be removed, and together we can decrease the divorce rate and the amount of fornication and the abortions that are happening in the world. So that's got to be your goal too. So how do you join the Man of Options Case Study Mastermind? Okay, you're going to simply go to the link in this post and you're going to fill out the application so that I know that you're serious and that you have some skin in the game. So I'll put a link down below. It's going to take you to the Man of Options Mentoring Program application. Fill that out. There's about 10 questions. And then what I'll do is I will email you my calendar link and we will set up a quick chat to see if you're a good fit for this. But again, this is going to be very hands-on. I don't want to bring on too many people. I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of maybe 5 guys, because I want to make sure that I have enough time to really give you focused attention. And I want to see you guys get the results. I want to see y'all get married. And that's going to be my guarantee, is to work with you until you do. Fill out the application. We'll review it. We're going to choose 5. And we'll probably start on January 15th, maybe January 22nd. It'll depend really on the guys that are involved to see which date works best. But you'll have a few weeks between now and then to go through some of the assignments and the assessments that you're going to need to complete before we get started with the program. And I'll make sure you get all that stuff. If you have any questions, you can email me at rob@robbkowalski.com. And yeah, it's going to be a game changer for the guys who sign up. I know it. It's going to revolutionize your life. I see a lot of men in my comments who are agreeing with me about plural marriage, but they have no idea how to be the kind of man who could attract women to be on board with this, especially in the Western world. And that's the purpose of this program. So we're going to be this program is going to be all about building your value and gaining the confidence that you need to utilize that value with women who are worthy of your time. And we'll make sure you get that confidence through this program. So fill out the application and look forward to talking to you guys soon. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.